used to cry every day when my husband would go to work because I miss him so much. It was kind of an unhealthy pattern where I would just be sad, missing him. If you don't know, my husband works at a hospital, and hours when you work at a hospital normally just suck. They were hard in the beginning anyways. We were under the impression that like he wasn't gonna have to work weekends. Sometimes he'll work like 15-hour days. So I've really been wanting to try to connect with the people who may be solo parents so much, because genuinely sometimes you just feel like you're on your own, doing your own thing. And that can be sad and exhausting. I wanted to share some of the things that really worked for me, some of the things that have blessed me, and some of the things that I've learned actually help me do better. First one is filling my body and my son's body with good nutrients. I do always try to prioritize my son's nutrient intake because obviously he's a child and it's my job to take care of him, and I love him very much. For me, sometimes it's pushed to the back, and because maybe I'm sad or I'm tired or I'm frustrated, whatever it is, I don't choose to put a lot of effort into what I'm choosing to eat and what I'm putting in my body. So sometimes I'll just eat crap all day. And to be completely honest with you, that's what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. And that does not help anything. It doesn't help my day go better in any way. It is only momentary satisfaction. So that's honestly one of the biggest things that I'm trying to focus on right now. Productive, good, solo parent is to fuel myself, to care enough about myself to take care of myself, but also just to really focus on putting good nutrients in my body. So I'm gonna eat this. It does take a little bit of extra effort. Sometimes you have to think more. Sometimes you have to meal prep. Sometimes you have to cook an actual meal in the middle of the day, which is not my favorite. But sometimes I've made an entire taco bar for me and my son, because sometimes goodness and things that are great take a little extra work and time, but they're always worth it in the end. The next thing that helps exponentially is getting ready for the day, washing my face, brushing my teeth, doing something nice with my hair, not just having it frizzy and poofy everywhere. Like actually, do you mind? Actually taking care of what I look like. Hey, out of the toilet. In the winter was when I was the worst at this. I would stay in my bathrobe. All 12 hours my husband was gone. I would stay in my bathrobe. I wouldn't get ready for the day. And I was not at my happiest this winter, I'll tell you that much. And again, this doesn't have to be anything fancy, crazy. Just a little goes a long way. Another thing I've been trying to do is have something to look forward to other than just your husband getting home from work. Yeah, we're all excited for that. But for example, all this week, I've been looking forward to tomorrow. I get to have a visit with a friend that I never get to see. That's been something I've been looking forward to for a while now. So just to have something you get to look forward to, preferably it's best to have, for me, at least one thing I get to look forward to a week. Doesn't always happen, but often it does, and those are the things that get me through a rough time. Another thing that might seem really obvious, but is actually sometimes really hard to do, is getting outside. Sometimes it's the last thing I want to do is chase him around outside. I go up and down the same flight of stairs 20 times because he just wants to go up and down, up and down. I help him down the slide and we push him on the swing. It's all the things like that. But even though it's not necessarily fun for me all the time, it's super great for him to get outside. He's always happy outside. And I'm able to get some fresh air and exercise myself. Obviously, I'm laying on the hammock with him at the moment, but it's actually my first time I've done this all summer long. We have not had the hammock up until right now, so it's been fun. I would just encourage you guys, get outside as much as possible, go on walks, get some exercise, but ultimately, kids thrive in the out of doors. If you have a local park or a local beach, just make it happen, because your kids are most likely going to be so much happier than being inside all day, which in turn makes you a lot happier because, you know,